Okay, it is really cold here right now, but I've got my little manatee and I am ready to do this thing.
Hey everyone, my name is Julian and I'm doing this collaboration video with Beth, so don't be alarmed, this is still her channel, you haven't somehow clicked somewhere else. This is Kinshu, by the way. Anyway, Kinshu and I are here because, as I said, we're doing a collaboration video with Beth. I'm doing all of the editing, and you're actually right now viewing the second half of this collaboration. If you want to see the first half, you have to... If you want to see the first half of this video, you have to pop on over to my channel. I'm certain that Beth will be kind enough to link to the first half of this collaboration down below in the doobly-doo. As you have no doubt gathered by the title of this is the Buffy tag that we are doing together because we both love Joss Whedon and we both love Buffy. The questions that you missed over on my channel, which you can go check out, are as follows. We answered our favorite episode, our favorite season, our least favorite episode, our Buffyverse OTP, our favorite Buffy quote, our favorite baddie, our least favorite baddie, biggest what the fuck moment, and death that made us cry the most. So if you want to know the answers to any of those questions, you're going to have to pop on over to my channel and check that out. Trust me, I very seldom bite. You'll be safe over there. But anyway, Beth, let's get to the answers for these remaining questions.
Number 9, what is the last episode that you watched? Well, I have this thing where I go through a season at a time and I'll watch like one season of Buffy, one season of Charmed, a season of Longmire, a season of Game of Thrones. Like I go through and just watch a season at a time typically. So the last episode I watched is actually the season finale for season 1, which I don't remember the name of, but you know, she's getting ready for the spring formal and then she hears about, Prophecy Girl. It's called Prophecy Girl. Love that episode.
What episode did you last watch? I don't remember. I don't. I had it on recently when I was cleaning and I don't remember what episode I watched last. I think it was in like season 2. That's all I can really tell you.
Question number 10. If you had to get your friends to watch Buffy with one line, what one sentence would you use? And funnily enough, I just tried to convince a friend of mine to start watching Buffy on Netflix, and she's got it on her queue that right now we're watching Supernatural and a rewatch of Gilmore Girls because she's never seen it. But after that, she's going to watch Buffy. And I literally told her that if she really enjoyed Supernatural so much and wanted to see why we get to have something like Supernatural, she should totally watch a very typical 90s type of show that just paved the way for everything. And it's sassy and smart, and she would totally love it. And it's called Buffy. And she was like, oh, I've heard of Buffy. I guess I should probably watch it. And I was like, yes, bitch, you should. But I've also used the line, don't be stupid. Buffy's great. So, you know, one of those. I'm a Buffy advocate. Buffy kit. Something.
Okay, it's funny, snarky, kick-ass, smart, bitch.
Okay, so those are all of the original tag questions, but Em and I decided to add a couple of our own. So the first one we have is, when did you first discover Buffy? And that would be when I was about 13, I think, 12 or 13. I had seen some commercials and stuff for it. It looked pretty interesting. And then I distinctly remember being in the little den area. Oh, hello, Boo Kitty. This is Boo Kitty. Look, there she is. I distinctly remember being in the little den area where we had our TV, and I was just sitting on the couch trying to figure out that old-fashioned satellite where you have to like tune it like a radio station almost. We had one of those. I don't know why. It had been there forever. It worked. We were tuning the station and I found Buffy, and it was the only thing that would come in. And I'm pretty sure that's the first time that I had actually just sat down and watched an episode and it was one of those early Buffy Angel things, and I was like 12 or 13, and I just fell in love. It was amazing.
I was actually pretty young when I originally discovered Buffy. I would see it on TV occasionally, and I didn't think much of it at the time because I would only catch snippets of it as I was, doing something else or on my way in or out of the door, and I would see a little bit of it and I was like, this show looks stupid. I know, right? But then later, when I got older, I had the opportunity to watch it on DVD, and I was like, this show understands my soul. And ever since, I have been pretty much addicted to Joss Whedon, anything Joss Whedon, and of course, obviously, my love of kick-ass heroines has not gone away.
All right, the next question is, what drew you to Buffy? I think it's something different every time I decide to rewatch. There's now, of course, nostalgia, and when I started, it was like this new kind of edgy supernatural show that was different from anything else I was watching at the time. And David Boreanaz, hello. And I was right on the cusp of going into high school and all of that stuff that happens in like 8th, 9th, 10th grade. All of that's going on. And so when Buffy started and I'm watching it, she's in high school and she was cool and she was strong and Willow was super smart and Xander was hilarious. And they were the kind of people that I wanted to be around and that I was kind of imagining myself as. Yeah, I was never as cool and strong as Buffy. I never as smart as Willow and never as funny as Xander. But those were the kind of people I wanted to be, aside from the whole killing thing. And now there's nostalgia and the wonderful writing, which also drew me to begin with. By the way, I really liked the style of language that was being used, and it kind of hooked me because it was funny and really witty and sarcastic in a show that was so campy. The first couple of seasons are just so cheesy, campy, but it was great and I loved it. And I think that's why a lot of people love it, is because it can be all of those things and still just be an awesome kind of sci-fi, fantasy, everything. They have everything in that show.
Well, that seems pretty obvious after my last answer. I love the kick-ass heroine, any story with a female lead who can be both feminine and just kick everyone's ass at the same time. I love the lore of the Slayer. I love delving deeper into that. I love all of the side characters and that the side characters are so developed and wonderful. And of course, I love the writing, especially in the episodes that Joss himself actually writes. Be on the lookout for those because those are some of the best episodes that you will ever see.
Then we have, what is your favorite song from Once More with Feeling, the musical episode of Buffy? And honestly, I love all of those songs so much. This is a really, really difficult one, because depending on how my day is going or what's going on in my life, they're all going to be my favorite at one point or another. That's what I'm trying to say. However, some of the just absolute absurdity that happens, especially in that episode, makes a couple of those songs even better no matter what is going on. And I think my top two are I've Got a Theory / It Must Be Bunnies, which is awesome because Anya's just singing about how bunnies are evil. And then the other one that's tied with it is the Mustard Song, which is literally this group of people dancing with their dry cleaning while the guy sings, "They got the mustard out." And everybody's like, "They got the mustard out." That's why I don't sing, even though I teach choir, guys. That's why. Yeah. You're welcome. But those are definitely like two of my favorites, although, like I said, that could change.
I kind of have two, and I'm trying to add more singing to my videos, so brace yourselves. Life's a show, and we all play our parts. And when the music starts, we open up our hearts. It's alright if some things come out wrong. We'll sing a happy song, and you can sing along. that's my first one. Obviously, that is something to sing about. And I love the melancholy songs in this. There are a lot of really fun and peppy songs, but the hard-hitting, more melancholy ones are the ones that get me. My absolute favorite song has to be Wish I could lay your arms down and let you rest at last. Wish I could slay your demons, but now that time has passed. Wish I could stay, your stalwart standing fast, but I'm standing in the way. Yes, I'm standing in the way. Yeah, I love that one, not only because it's an amazing song, and it actually, like, makes it canon that Giles really views himself as a father figure to Buffy, even though we all knew it, but I just love it so much. And plus, it's Anthony Stewart Head singing, and that is a beautiful thing.
And the final question is another two-parter. It is, who is your favorite side character / least favorite side character? For this, what I mean is like smaller characters that were never really part of the Scooby Gang. So I do not count Giles or Jenny Calendar, Spike. I don't count them as side characters. They are part of like main storylines. I also do not count Joyce as a side character. I know she's Buffy's mom and she's not like part of the Scooby Gang, but she's a big part of a lot of stuff. Otherwise, she'd be my absolute favorite side character of all time. But I do count people like Kendra, who was in like an episode and a half. Things of that nature. I count them as side characters. So my most favorite side character out of all 7 seasons would probably be Harmony, although I think with the kind of rules I put in place as to who could and could not be a side character, I'm not sure if she actually qualifies as a side character. But I'm going to say she does, and we're just going to say sawed off to the rules and say Harmony is my most favorite side character. My least favorite side character is that little boy who is the chosen one for the master. You know, the Slayer will see him and she will not know him. That little creepy kid. He is my least favorite of everybody. I think the kid that played him was good. Like, they did a really good job, but I've never liked that kid. He's a bad dude, man.
Side characters being sort of defined as characters who were never members of the Scooby Gang fully, maybe only had a few episodes, and I'm kind of playing with that a little bit because the characters that I chose as side characters may have kind of been in the Scooby Gang a little bit. But my favorite side characters would probably be Andrew. He gets a bigger part in the final season, and he just makes me laugh so much. He's like me, what I would be doing if I was living in that situation. And of course, Drusilla. I love Drusilla. She's so messed up. She's so evil. She's beautiful. And my least favorite side character, again, this is a bit of a stretch. She might not be technically considered a side character, but I don't like Faith. I dislike her strongly. I know most people love her, and I'm a freak, but I don't like her at all. She annoys me. So those were all of our answers. Make sure you check out both this video and the video over on my channel. If you like it over there, feel free to subscribe. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe to Beth's channel because she's awesome and posts a lot of videos over here. And we will both see you next time with whatever videos we happen to be doing next time. Bye!
That's all.